There are some reports of explosions in Odessa and Nikolayev as well as in Chernigov, North Ukraine. A Russian missile strike on the night of July 21 targeted grain warehouses at an agricultural company in Odessa Oblast, injuring 2 people, said Serhiy Brachuk, spokesperson for the Odessa military administration. Unverified reports are saying Onyx missiles were launched from Crimea. Around 11 a.m. local time, an air raid siren went off, with monitoring channels reporting Onyx cruise missiles heading in the direction of Odessa Oblast. Governor Ole Kipper announced the end of an air raid siren around 11:30 a.m. Previously, local officials reported missile strikes against Odessa Oblast in the early hours of July 21. Russian-caliber missiles hit an agricultural facility, destroying food stockpiles and injuring 2 people. It was the 4th consecutive strike in this area over several past days. According to Natalia Humanuk, the spokesperson of the Southern Operational Command, Russian forces attacked in 2 waves. At first, 2 caliber missiles hit the facility. Once the rescue operations and fire liquidation were underway, another missile struck the site, Humanuk explained. This is the 4th consecutive strike against Odessa Oblast over the course of the past 4 days. The 3 previous attacks targeted mainly the regional center of Odessa. According to Ukrainian officials, Russia is aiming against port infrastructure and grain supplies, previously destroying around 60,000 tons of grain. The strikes come shortly after Russia withdrew from the Black Sea Grain Initiative on July 17, sparking fears of food insecurity worldwide. The deal, brokered in July 2022 by Turkey and the UN, allowed Ukraine to export its agricultural products even amid the full-scale invasion. Lieutenant General Igor Konashenkov, the Russian Defense Ministry spokesman, confirmed Russian air strike at Odessa. Tonight the armed forces of the Russian Federation continued the strikes with sea and air-based precision weapons against production workshops and storage sites for unmanned boats near Odessa and Ilyichyovsk, Odessa region. In addition, fuel infrastructure facilities and ammunition depots of the AFU have been destroyed close to Nikolayev. The goal of the attack has been reached. All the assigned targets have been neutralized, Konashenkov added. Several Russian cruise missiles hit the grain and oil terminal of a port in Odessa Oblast, damaging loading equipment and destroying 60,000 tons of grain, according to Agriculture Minister Mykola Solsky. Russian terrorists absolutely deliberately targeted the infrastructure of the grain deal, and every Russian missile is a blow not only to Ukraine but also to everyone in the world who seeks a normal and safe life, President Volodymyr Zelensky wrote on Telegram.
Усім нашим захисникам неба наслідки цього удару все ж менше, ніж могли би бути. І з кожним таким ударом ми звертаємось до партнерів знову і знову.
Crews of Russian Black Sea Fleet ships perform missile firing at sea targets during exercise. In accordance with the Black Sea Fleet combat training plan, the crew of missile boat Ivanovets carried out live firing of anti-ship cruise missiles at a target ship at a combat training range northwestern part of the Black Sea. Telemetry data and video monitoring from unmanned aerial vehicles confirmed the success of the exercise, and, as a result of the missile strike, the mock target was destroyed. In the course of the joint exercise, the fleet's ships and aviation practiced isolating an area temporarily closed to navigation and also carried out a set of measures to apprehend a mock intruder ship. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported on July 21 that Russia had lost 240,690 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of its full-scale invasion on February 24 last year. This number includes 680 casualties Russian forces suffered just over the past day. According to the report, Russia has also lost 4,133 tanks, 8,080 armored fighting vehicles, 7,145 vehicles and fuel tanks, 4,610 artillery systems, 692 multiple launch rocket systems, 440 air defense systems, 315 airplanes, 310 helicopters, 3,933 drones, and 18 boats. Lieutenant General Igor Konashenkov, the Russian Defense Ministry spokesman, said in total, the armed forces of Ukraine have been loosing 456 airplanes, 243 helicopters, 5,140 unmanned aerial vehicles, 426 air defense missile systems, 10,776 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles. Also 1,139 fighting vehicles equipped with MLRS, 5,537 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 11,767 special military motor vehicles have been destroyed during the special military operation. Russia shows the failing of Ukraine counter-offensive in Ugleda direction. The results of the unsuccessful assault on the positions of the grouping V in the Ugleda direction. This morning the enemy made an attempt to attack the positions of the 36th Guards on the direction Uglesboroknaya-Nikolsko. The enemy attacked with forces up to accompany with the support of armored vehicles, wrote the statement. At least one tank and 2 infantry fighting vehicles of the armed forces of Ukraine were destroyed by artillery and ATGM fire. Several more armored vehicles were blown up by mines. As a result of the battle, which lasted less than half an hour, the enemy suffered losses, including in personnel, and retreated. The wrecked equipment was disposed of by fog discharges. Russia schwas MSTA-S self-propelled howitzer in action. Central Military District's artillerymen destroy Western-manufactured Krab self-propelled howitzer by joint fire from 2 152 mm self-propelled artillery systems in Krasny Liman direction. Having received the coordinates of the target location, the artillerymen moved to the firing position. Having arrived at the position, the servicemen performed orientation, pointed the guns at the target, and with a salvo from 2 artillery systems destroyed Krab's self-propelled artillery system camouflaged in a forest belt. The MSTA-S is a 152 mm artillery system mounted on a modified T-80 tank chassis, providing it with mobility and the ability to keep up with mechanized units. Some key features of the MSTA-S include a high rate of fire, a long firing range, and a relatively high level of accuracy. It is equipped with advanced fire control systems and can fire a variety of munitions, including conventional high-explosive rounds, as well as advanced precision-guided munitions. The MSTA-S is intended to provide indirect fire support to ground forces and can engage various targets, including enemy fortifications, armored vehicles, and personnel. Combat work of Tornado MLRS at Kupiansk direction. The Western MD's Tornado S multiple launch rocket system successfully engaged targets at a distance of up to 120 kilometers. The Tornado S multiple launch rocket system can operate guided missiles, which significantly increases accuracy. Ammunition independently adjusts its trajectory based on satellite data, taking into account climatic factors. When firing the Tornado S, the human factor is virtually eliminated. The unit's electronics independently carries out calculations and determines the key combat elements of the launch. The Tornado S is an upgraded version of the BM-30 Smerch MLRS and is designed to provide enhanced firepower and increased mobility to Russian artillery units.
Tonight, the armed forces of the Russian Federation continued the strikes with sea and air-based precision weapons against production workshops and storage sites for unmanned boats near Odessa and Ilyichyovsk of Odessa region. In addition, fuel infrastructure facilities and ammunition depots of the Ukrainian armed forces have been destroyed close to Nikolayev. The goal of the attack has been reached. All the assigned targets have been neutralized. The Ukrainian armed forces continued to attempt offensive actions in the Donetsk, Krasny Liman and South Donetsk directions. In the Donetsk direction, as a result of coordinated and active actions by the units of the Yug group of forces, aviation and artillery, 16 enemy attacks have been successfully repelled near Belogorovka, Pervomayskoye, Veseloye, Krasnogorovka, Mariinka and north of Klishchevka of Donetsk People's Republic. Operational tactical and army aviation have hit Ukrainian personnel and hardware close to Bogdanovka, Chasov Yar and Ilyivka of Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were 210 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 3 motor vehicles, 1 US-made M777 artillery system, Akatsiya and Gvozdika self-propelled artillery systems, as well as 2 D-30 howitzers, D-20 and MSTA-S guns. In addition, 2 ammunition depots of the 81st Air Mobile and 110th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces have been destroyed near Serebryanka and Avdiivka of Donetsk People's Republic. In the Kupiansk direction, the attacks, launched by operational tactical and army aviation, as well as artillery of the Zapad group of forces, have resulted in the neutralization of the enemy manpower and military equipment close to Molchanovo, Kislovka of Kharkov region, and Stelmakhovka of Lugansk People's Republic. The actions of 1 Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group have been disrupted close to Ivanovka of Kharkov region. The enemy losses were up to 110 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 infantry fighting vehicle, 4 motor vehicles, as well as MSTA-S and D-20 howitzers. In the Krasny Liman direction, the center group of forces units have repelled 2 enemy attacks northwest of Chervonaya Dibrova of Lugansk People's Republic. 1 Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group has been eliminated near Crimea of Lugansk People's Republic. In addition, aviation and artillery have launched attacks on the units of the 21st, 63rd and 67th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces close to Yampolovka, Torskoye of Donetsk People's Republic and Serebryanskaya Forestry. The enemy losses were up to 60 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 infantry fighting vehicle, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 3 motor vehicles, 1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system, and 2 D-30 howitzers. In the South Donetsk direction, as a result of coordinated actions by the Vostok group of forces, 2 enemy attacks have been repelled near Staromayorskoye and Urozhainoye of Donetsk People's Republic. In addition, Ukrainian armed forces manpower and military equipment concentration areas have been hit close to Makarovka of Donetsk People's Republic and Livadnoye of Zaporozhye region. In the Zaporozhye direction, Ukrainian units have been hit close to Novodanilovka and Lobkovoye of Zaporozhye region. 2 Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance groups have been eliminated near Charivnoye and Mirnoye of Zaporozhye region. The enemy losses were up to 170 Ukrainian servicemen, 6 tanks, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 2 motor vehicles, as well as MSTA-S and D-20 howitzers. In the Kherson direction, the enemy losses were up to 45 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 3 pickup trucks, as well as 1 D-30 howitzer. Operational, tactical and dummy aviation, missile troops and artillery of the armed forces of the Russian Federation have neutralized 94 Ukrainian artillery units at their firing positions, manpower and hardware in 103 areas. 1 signal note of the Ukrainian 110th Mechanized Brigade and 1 enemy command post of the 63rd Mechanized Brigade have been hit near Avdiivka and Torskoye of Donetsk People's Republic. Air defense facilities have shot down 7 projectiles launched by HIMARS MLRS. In addition, 32 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles have been destroyed close to Tokarivka of Kharkov region, Zaliman of Lugansk People's Republic, Novoandreevka, Staromalinovka, Orlinskoye, Vasilyovka of Donetsk People's Republic, Vodinoye, Konstantinovka, Tokmak of Zaporozhye region, Novaya Kakhovka and Podstepnoye of Kherson region. In total, 456 airplanes, 243 helicopters, 5,140 unmanned aerial vehicles, 426 air defense missile systems, 10,776 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,139 fighting vehicles equipped with MLRS, 5,537 field artillery cannons and motors, as well as 11,767 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation.
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці і українки. Протягом усього дня максимум уваги ліквідації наслідків удару російських терористів по Одесі, по громадах в області, по Чорноморську, по наших портах. Це була чи не найбільше за увесь час повномасштабної війни спроба Росії завдати болю Одесі. Дякувати ППО, усім нашим захисникам неба. Наслідки цього удару все ж менше, ніж могли би бути. І з кожним таким ударом ми звертаємось до партнерів. Знов і знов повітряний щит України потребує посилення. Цей удар терористів доводить, що їхня мішень не лише Україна і не лише життя наших людей. У портах, які були атаковані, сьогодні зберігалося близько 1 мільйона тонн продовольства. Саме той обсяг, який вже давно мав би бути доставлений в країни-споживачі в Африці, в Азії. В портовому терміналі, який постраждав цієї ночі, найбільше від російського терору зберігалось 60 тисяч тонн агропродукції, що призначалось для відправки в Китай. Тобто всіх це зачіпає. Російський терор кожен у світі має бути зацікавлений у притягненні Росії до відповідальності за терор. Я вдячний усім нашим воїнам, які захищають нашу державу від таких ударів. Вдячний усім рятувальникам, медичним працівникам, працівникам комунальних підприємств, місцевій владі, волонтерам, які допомагають нашим людям долати наслідки терору. Одещина, Херсонщина, Житомирщина, Кіровоградська область, Запоріжжя, Харківщина, Донеччина, всюди, де були обстріли, ракетні та дронові удари. Я хочу подякувати кожному і кожній, хто допомагає рятувати життя. Сьогодні вранці на селекторі мені доповідали і військові, і МВС, і інші урядовці, профільний заступник керівника Офісу з регіональної політики. В громадах, які постраждали від ударів, цієї ночі вже почались першочергові ремонтні роботи. Провів переговори. Сьогодні я з главою уряду Ірландії. Він був в Україні з візитом. Ірландія – один з найбільших енергійних наших партнерів в Європі. І хоч країна нейтральна, ірландці не залишаються нейтральними до моральних викликів. В умовах такої агресії вони чітко на світлому боці історії і допомагають нам як політично, так і безпеково, економічно, санкціями. Дуже важлива гуманітарна підтримка. Сьогодні ми обговорили наші подальші спільні кроки, зокрема те, що стосується формули миру, глобального саміту миру. Дякую Ірландії за підтримку нашої позиції щодо зернової ініціативи. Провів зустріч із керівницею USAID агентства з міжнародного розвитку Сполучених Штатів Самантою Пауер. Напередодні вона була в Одесі, абсолютно розуміє і значення наших портів для продовольчої безпеки світу, і російську загрозу світовій стабільності. Ми детально обговорили сьогодні можливості захисту нашої інфраструктури, нашу глобальну роль. І дуже важливо, що USAID готовий надалі працювати з Україною для підтримки економічної активності в нашій країні, розвитку підприємств, підтримки робочих місць. Я вдячний за цю підтримку. Ще одне. Вже активно готуємось до міжнародних заходів, які заплановані на серпень і вересень. Зокрема, провів сьогодні велику нараду щодо підготовки саміту Кримської платформи, рівня лідерів держав і парламентського рівня. Точно знаємо, що саміт буде змістовним, і Крим стане ще ближче до повернення у вільний світ, ще ближче до звільнення від окупації. Вся українська земля, всі українські люди мають бути вільними. Слава усім, хто бореться заради України і свободи. Я дякую усім в світі, хто допомагає. Слава Україні!